Hey, it's Scott once again, and I heard a great quote this morning on a business podcast by a guy named Stu McLaren, and he was quoting a friend of his, another business guy named Ryan Levesque, and the quote is this: emulate, then innovate. And I love the quote. It's obviously fitting for business, otherwise he wouldn't have said it and he wouldn't have discussed it, but it's so fitting for coaches, and this is what we do. This is what I've done my whole career. You emulate, you see something you like from somebody else, go, ooh, I like that. And you kind of make that yours for a while. And you might always make it yours. I mean, so many coaches you'll hear, well, no coach has ever had an original thought. They steal everything. You know, we steal out of bounds plays. We steal this kind of thing. We steal that kind of thing. And yeah, that's part of coaching. But then after a while, we get to a point where we really like it, but I think it might work better for us if we did it this way. And so we tweak it and we change it. Then we start to go, oh, wait a minute. This would be an even better thing to do based on what we learned from that specific thing or that coach or that play or whatever it might be. And so we start by emulating and then we build to innovating. And sometimes we never innovate. We don't need to change it because the thing worked so well. Why change it? You go to coaches' clinics, you read books, you watch videos and all, and you see the way others do it. Why would you change some of those things because they're so successful as they are? So I get that some of the things we emulate, we're just going to keep it that way. But the other things, they're going to spur in us, this would be a neat thing to do as well. It's not all about just plays and techniques and strategies. A lot of it is, what do we teach? What do we talk about? How do we communicate? What's our culture like? All those types of things. So emulate from those, take from those who have been successful and use that stuff and then start to innovate as opposed to coming in and I'm just gonna change the world. If you were to look at my policy sheet, for instance, some of our plays, some of the things that I've done through the years, they are all from a guy named Frank Belmont, the first head coach I learned under. And so I emulated Frank. Heck, I'll still say things in a practice and they come out of my mouth and it's Frank speaking. So I emulated him and I still do. But then a lot of the things that I did that I learned from Frank, I tweaked and I changed based on me and based on who I was coaching, based on our teams. This is what we do. We emulate and then we innovate. So this is a thing that's really good for new coaches, which those new coaches in our Fast Track Lab for new coaches are going to be hearing about this in more detail too. But this works for all of us. So take from others, emulate what you like, emulate what you see that works really well, rather than reinventing the wheel, as they say. And then, after a while, start to innovate and start to change, start to tweak, start to see what you think about that. Okay? Great message for all of us. And I just mentioned the Fast Track Lab for new coaches. We are in the middle of a 5-day mini course with them right now. And then at the end of the week, I'm going to be launching something big for all of us. So I want you guys to make sure you check out Friday's post that I'll be sending to you, because it's going to be something that's going to be kind of a limited time thing for all of you. And I want you to be aware of that. So make sure you open up and check out Friday's post. But again, when you think about this week, make sure you're emulating what you're hearing from others, and then as you build and you understand it and it becomes a part of you, try the changes, try the tweaks, and start to innovate on your own. We'll talk to you again. We'll see you on Friday.